All right, well, we are still in the same spot. Not much has changed, except for the Bey brother that is sitting in front of me. We obviously saw you earlier when we were talking with Floyd and your brother. Now we got you solo. So let's backtrack. Let's go to the fight. You know, obviously, it's been a while, or it had been a while, since you were, last in the ring. Did you feel? I mean, obviously, in training, you probably felt pretty good, but training's different than the actual fight.
It's different under the lights.
Right. So, I mean, did you feel the ring rust when the fight started?
Honestly, I didn't feel it much. I felt good. Felt good, and that's because I trained so consistent. Even though I had a layoff, I had almost a 4-year layoff. But throughout that layoff, I trained consistently. I always trained, always sharpening my tools, working on myself mentally and physically. So when I got in the ring for the actual fight, I didn't feel too rusty.
When we were talking earlier with Floyd, I kind of posed the question, like, does it make you guys nervous or not, nervous or anxious or whatever when he's ringside? And you kind of mentioned that it motivated you.
It motivates you.
Do you think that could potentially work? Like, can you get too motivated to where you can make a mistake? And
you can, definitely, because you want to impress so much, and you might want to try different moves to impress him and get caught. So a lot of things you can get too motivated. So that's why you got to have that focus that Floyd always talks about. You got to have that tunnel vision that he talks about, and be able to block everything out and just focus on what you need to do in the ring.
Was it? I mean, how would you assess your overall performance after that fight? I mean, after seeing that you were out for so long.
It was pretty good. I give myself about a C. It's a lot I could have did. I pretty much beat the guy with just my left hand with my jab, which I work on a whole lot. I cut his eye. Cut his eye with the jab, had it almost closed. I suffered a flash knockdown in the first round, but other than that, I pretty much dominated every round with just the left hand and working off, putting a hook behind the left hand, the left jab, and using old school fundamentals. I felt good out there. I felt sharp.
How active I mean, again, it has been a while since you've been in, so are you looking to, like, jump right back in and stay really active?
I was just talking to Floyd about it. He told me, just let him know, I can fight as much as I want. And he pretty much just gave you the blueprint. He said 4 fights and get ranked in the top 10. I was glad to hear that. But yeah, I want to fight right back in January, February, every month until I step up, to the bigger fights and you slow down more.
When you do, map out these next 4 or 5 fights, are there specific opponents, specific styles that you want to get up underneath your belt, or is it just you take anybody?
Take anybody, just like this fight. I didn't even really know who I was fighting, and most guys coming off a layoff like I had would be fighting a bum. I fought a guy that can fight. He had a winning record. So I pretty much just take it. I got a lot of experience, from the amateurs. I had over 100 fights, so it's really not picking a certain fight. I take them as they come. I'm ready for any style.